Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
February 8. 7:18 America, New York. Meta Platforms, Peloton, General Motors. What to watch in the stock market today. Earnings are due after the market close from Lyft, Chipotle Mexican Grill and Peloton Interactive. February 8. 7:03 America, New York. Developing countries brace for impact from Fed rate increases. U.S. rises could destabilize their economies, but lower U.S. inflation could offer them breathing room. February 8. 7 o'clock America, New York. Apparel brands rally hangs by a thread. Despite factory shutdowns and supply chain snags, clothing companies emerged from the pandemic looking sharp. How long can they keep it up? February 8. 7 o'clock America, New York. Brent crude oil drops from 7-year high as U.S.-Iran talks resume. The current oil pullback appears amid oversold conditions and the revival of U.S.-Iran talks which, if successful, could see Iranian supply re-enter the market. February 8. 6:51 America, New York. KKR earnings fall while cash available to shareholders hits new heights. KKR's fourth quarter earnings fell as the change in the value of its investments lagged behind the broader market, while cash available to shareholders more than doubled to a fresh record. February 8. 6:11 America, New York. Swiss bankers trial Rivets with fraud charges and strip club visits. Pierre Vincennes, a former chief executive of Raiffeisen, is accused of making millions through illegal outside deals and filing eyebrow-raising expenses. Pierre Vincennes leaving court in Zurich. February 8. 6:11 America, New York. Swiss bankers trial Rivets with fraud charges and strip club visits. Pierre Vincennes, a former chief executive of Raiffeisen, is accused of making millions through illegal outside deals and filing eyebrow-raising expenses. Pierre Vincennes leaving court in Zurich. February 8. 5:56 America, New York. Peloton boss John Foley to step down amid takeover interest report. John Foley will be replaced and the exercise firm will cut 2,800 jobs as potential suitors circle. February 8. 5:33 America, New York. How much is Trump's new social media company worth? Traders can't decide. Wall Street is struggling to value the venture, driving a schism between shares of the blank check company that is taking the former president's firm public and other investments known as warrants. February 8. 5:30 America, New York. EUR, USD struggling to break higher as Treasury yields underpin the US dollar. The U.S. Treasury 2-year yield is back at highs seen in early 2020 and is bolstering the greenback against a range of other currencies. February 8. 5:30 America, New York. COVID-19 relief funds drive up nurse pay, hospitals say. Hospitals and lawmakers are pressing the Biden administration to review federal pandemic relief programs that they say have distorted pay rates for travel nurses. February 8. 5 o'clock America, New York. Peloton CEO John Foley to step down, become executive chair. The company will name former Spotify CFO Barry McCarthy as his replacement, overhaul its board and cut costs after a slowdown in demand caused the once hot bike maker's value to plummet. February 8. 5 o'clock America, New York. Meta is in trouble, we tell you why. The market value of the company formerly known as Facebook fell by more than $230 million, the worst setback in its history happened in a single day. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, is betting heavily on the metaverse. February 8. 5 o'clock America, New York. As automakers add technology to cars, software bugs follow. Faulty computer systems are prompting class action lawsuits by disgruntled car owners, a symptom of automakers' bumpy transition to the digital age. Gary Gilpin sued Subaru after his car's entertainment system failed to work. February 8. 4 o'clock America, New York. USD, ZAR forecast. Local and international factors wilts Rand. The Rand rally may be coming to a swift end as an aggressive Fed looks to reduce inflationary pressures, while ZAR frailty brings 15.7042 into consideration. February 8. 3:55 America, New York. U.S. adds China's Wuxi Biologics to unverified list, shares dive. Trading in shares of Chinese biotech WuXi Biologics was halted in Hong Kong amid a deep sell-off after the company was added to a Commerce Department list subjecting it to tighter export controls. February 8. 3:31 America New York, stock futures edge up ahead of trade data. U.S. stock futures edged up ahead of trade figures and another round of corporate earnings reports. February 8. 3:30 America New York, government bonds under pressure as monetary policy tightening anticipated. U.S. inflation data due on Thursday expected to show consumer prices rose 7.3% in January. February 8. 3 o'clock America New York, why this could be a critical year for electric cars. Booming in a depressed market, battery-powered vehicles are a plus for the climate but pose a big threat to carmakers and parts suppliers that are slow to change. A Ford 2022 F-150 Lightning pickup truck, a battery-powered version of the popular F-150, in production at the company's plant in Dearborn, Michigan. February 8. 2:35 America New York, Chinese healthcare stocks sell off after U.S. adds companies to unverified list. Slide for drugmaker WuXi Biologics wipes $10 billion from market cap. February 8. 2:32 America New York, BP profits surge amid calls for windfall tax. The energy giant benefited from higher oil and gas prices last year. February 8. 2:07 America New York, Nvidia, SoftBank call-off blockbuster ARM deal. Japan SoftBank, which owns UK-based ARM, plans to take the chip design specialist public and launch an IPO before the end of the year. February 8. 1:59 America New York, SoftBank calls off sale of UK chip firm ARM. The sale of Cambridge-based ARM to Nvidia of the US has faced regulatory hurdles around the world. February 8. 1:25 America New York, Netflix economics and the future of Netflix. Ted Joya writes, Netflix's market share has been declining steadily, and has now fallen below 50%. One estimate claims that the company's share of consumers fell more than 30% in a single year. February 8. 1 o'clock America New York, Euro adjusts to ECB messaging ahead of US CPI this week. Will EUR/USD hold gains? Euro strengthening has paused after comments from ECB's chief Christine Lagarde that policy tightening will be gradual. Can EUR/USD break higher?